Why do some men in their 60s, even 70s, manage to maintain sexual relations for 20, 30, or even 45 minutes without any issues, while others barely last 2 minutes before it's all over? Is it genetics? Is it luck? Is it something that simply gets lost with age and there's nothing to be done? The truth is, the difference between a man who lasts all night and one who barely holds out for 2 minutes has nothing to do with luck or age. It has to do with five very specific biological factors that most men are completely unaware of. And factor number four is the one most men ignore, despite it probably being the most important of all. If you've ever felt frustrated, embarrassed, or confused about not being able to last as long as you want in intimacy, you're not alone. I hear this concern every day in my practice. Today, we're going to break that silence once and for all. I'm Dr. Mariana, a urologist with over 12 years of experience, helping men over 50 regain their vitality, stamina, and sexual confidence. I've worked with thousands of men who came to my office convinced that their best years were behind them. And time and again, I've seen how the right changes, applied at the right time, can restore sexual performance in ways they themselves thought were impossible. Before we continue, do me a favor, like this video and leave me a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love connecting with men from all over the world who are taking their health seriously. Now, what most men don't understand about sexual stamina after 50 is that it's not just about willpower or thinking about something else to distract yourself. That's a myth that's caused more harm than you can imagine. The biological reality is this. When a man loses sexual stamina, three systems in his body are failing simultaneously. First, his nervous system is overactivated. He lives in a constant state of alertness that speeds up every physical response, including the ejaculatory reflex. Second, his blood flow is compromised. The vessels that supply the erectile tissue aren't delivering the necessary amount of blood to maintain a firm and sustained erection. And third, his hormonal balance is out of whack. Testosterone, dopamine, and serotonin are no longer working in harmony, which directly affects how long he can maintain control. Think of it this way. Your body is like a high-performance engine. If the cooling system fails, if the fuel is poor quality, and if the transmission is misaligned, no matter how hard you press the accelerator, that engine won't perform as it should. That's exactly what's happening to your body when you can't last as long as you want. That's why today I'm going to show you the 5 real factors that separate men who last all night from those who finish in 2 minutes, and how you can start correcting each one starting this very week. Factor number 1, pelvic floor tone. Most men don't even know they have a pelvic floor, let alone that its condition directly determines how long they can last in bed. Biologically, the pubococcygeus muscle, known as the PC muscle, is what controls the ejaculatory reflex. When this muscle is weak or chronically tense, it loses the ability to regulate the timing of ejaculation. It's like a faucet that no longer closes properly. The water leaks out without you being able to control it. Emotionally, this creates a devastating cycle. Every time you finish sooner than desired, frustration grows, anxiety increases, and the next time the pressure is even greater, making you finish even faster. It's a vicious circle that destroys confidence and intimacy. The practical solution is surprisingly simple. Kegel exercises for men, done correctly, can transform your stamina in a matter of weeks. Contract the PC muscle, the same one you'd use to stop the flow of urine. Hold it tight for 5 seconds, relax for 5 seconds, and repeat this 15 times. Do it 3 times a day. No one will know you're doing it. You can practice while sitting at your desk, watching TV, or waiting in traffic. Factor number 2, breathing during sexual activity. This seems so basic that most people ignore it, and that's a huge mistake. When a man approaches climax, his breathing automatically becomes fast, shallow, and choppy. Biologically, this accelerated breathing activates the sympathetic nervous system, which is your body's fight or flight system. And when that system activates during sex, it sends a direct signal to the brain saying, release now, finish fast. It's a primitive survival response that your body executes automatically if you don't consciously intervene. Emotionally, many men feel like they lose control in that moment, as if their body is acting on its own without them being able to do anything. That feeling of helplessness is deeply frustrating and erodes confidence with every encounter. But here's the practical key. Deep, slow, diaphragmatic breathing during intimacy activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your calm and control system. When you feel arousal building too quickly, inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, filling your abdomen, not your chest. Hold the air for 2 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. This literally tells your nervous system to slow down. Practice this breathing outside the bedroom first. 5 minutes every night before bed so it becomes an automatic habit. Speaking of this, I want to tell you about Ernesto, a 63-year-old man who came to see me completely discouraged. He told me, Dr. Mariana, I've been avoiding intimacy with my wife for 2 years because I finish in less than a minute, and the shame is destroying me. When I evaluated his case, I discovered that Ernesto had a chronically tense pelvic floor due to stress and was breathing shallowly without realizing it. I taught him Kegel exercises and the diaphragmatic breathing technique. 6 weeks later, Ernesto came back with a smile I'd never seen before and said, Doctor, last night I lasted 15 minutes for the first time in years. My wife couldn't believe it. Neither could I. Factor number 3, serotonin levels. And this is one that very few people know about. Serotonin is the neurotransmitter that acts as a natural brake on the ejaculatory reflex. Biologically, men with low serotonin levels have a lower ejaculatory threshold, meaning they reach the point of no return much more quickly. It's like having a switch with a spring that's too sensitive. Any touch sets it off. Emotionally, men with low serotonin also tend to experience more anxiety, more irritability, and poorer sleep quality, which in turn worsens sexual stamina even more. It's a domino effect. From a practical standpoint, you can naturally support your serotonin levels in several ways. Moderate cardiovascular exercise, like brisk walking for 30 minutes a day, naturally increases serotonin production. Foods rich in tryptophan, such as turkey, eggs, cheese, nuts, and pumpkin seeds, provide the precursor amino acid your brain needs to manufacture serotonin. And exposure to sunlight for at least 20 minutes in the morning directly activates the production of this neurotransmitter. Factor number 4, nitric oxide and blood flow. This is the factor that most men ignore completely, and it's probably the most determining of all. Biologically, nitric oxide is the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. Without enough nitric oxide, blood flow to the erectile tissue is insufficient. And here's what most people don't connect. When blood flow is poor, not only are erections weaker, but sensitivity is altered. The penis tries to compensate for the lack of proper stimulation by accelerating the ejaculatory reflex. It's as if your body is saying, if I can't maintain this for long, better finish quick. Emotionally, this creates double frustration. Not only do you last a short time, but the erection isn't as firm as you'd like. Many men tell me they feel like their body is betraying them, but it's not betrayal. It's biochemistry, and it can be corrected. Practically, nitric oxide can be increased naturally. Beets, spinach, garlic, and watermelon are foods rich in nitrates that your body converts directly into nitric oxide. A glass of beet juice 2 to 3 hours before intimacy can make a noticeable difference. For more consistent support, an L-citrulline supplement, the direct precursor to nitric oxide, at doses of 3 to 6 grams daily, has been shown to significantly improve both erection firmness and stamina. You'll find my specific recommendation in the video description. I want to pause quickly here. If you've made it this far in the video, it means you're serious about your sexual health, and that deserves recognition. Many men don't even dare to seek out this information. Factor number 5, the mind-body connection during intimacy. Men who last longer share a characteristic that's rarely mentioned. They're present. They're not in their head calculating, worrying, or trying to distract themselves by thinking about football or math. Biologically, when your mind is disconnected from your body, you lose the ability to detect early signals of rising arousal. It's like driving a car without looking at the speedometer. By the time you realize you're going too fast, it's too late to brake. Emotionally, many men have learned to disconnect during sex precisely because of the fear of finishing too quickly. Ironically, that disconnection is exactly what causes them to finish faster. Practically, the most effective technique is what I call staged arousal awareness. During intimacy, mentally rate your arousal level from 1 to 10. When you reach 7, change position, slow down, or pause briefly while breathing deeply. This trains you to recognize and manage your arousal levels in real time instead of being swept away by them. Roberto, 58 years old, told me something I hear frequently. Dr. Mariana, I used to try thinking about work or numbers to not finish quickly, and it never worked. I taught him the exact opposite. Pay more attention to his body, not less. Use the 1 to 10 scale, breathe when he hits 7. 4 weeks later, he wrote to me. Doctor, it's like I discovered a cruise control that was always there, but no one taught me how to use it. Okay, here's your simple action plan to start this very week. Step 1. Begin Kegel exercises today. 3 sets of 15 contractions per day. 5 seconds contraction and 5 seconds relaxation. Step 2. Practice 4 to 6 diaphragmatic breathing for 5 minutes every night before bed. In 2 weeks, it'll become automatic. Step 3. Incorporate nitrate-rich foods into your daily diet. Beet, spinach, watermelon, and garlic. Consider an L-citrulline supplement if you want faster, more consistent results. That's it. 3 simple steps, 4 to 6 weeks from today. You'll be surprised by the difference you'll notice, not just in stamina, but in confidence, firmness, and connection with your partner. I want you to know something important. If you felt frustration, shame, or even hopelessness about this issue, you're not broken. Your body isn't failing you. Your body simply needs the right support, the proper tools, and the information no one had given you until now. Even after 50, after 60, and beyond, you're absolutely capable of regaining the stamina, firmness, and sexual confidence you deserve. It's never too late to start. If this video gave you clarity or hope, give it a like so other men can find it. Leave a comment below telling me which of the 5 factors surprised you the most. Share this video with a friend or brother who might need to hear this. And subscribe so you don't miss my weekly men's health tips for those over 50. You could be the reason another man takes his first step toward reclaiming his vitality. I'm Dr. Mariana, reminding you that after 50, vitality isn't lost, it's waiting to be awakened. Take good care and see you in the next video.